progress on academic ground. Of course, many things come to our discussion. Is actually, of course, to make our academic program well received by our potential students. You are grappling with MBA. We also grapple with the same thing. We have given even in what I shared the ESM earlier. 2 years ago. It was 2 years ago somewhere in Australia. I remember we grapple the same thing. We are grappling with our postgraduate program, how to market. But that is one issue to make our program more marketable. It's one issue. But more importantly, we forgot about the role of the lecturers. Over the years, many lecturers came back with PhDs from many parts of the world. Daripada UK, daripada US, sama lah. I would say actually 10 or 20 years later after us lah, after IIUM. So dia start much younger. Much younger lah. Kan bayi-bayi kita. Saya masuk USIM jadi tua. When I was in IIUM, I rasa macam I muda tau. Saya masuk USIM kan. Oh, apa yang muda lah. Staff lecturer younger than you all. If you go let's say to Faculty of Economics dekat ni, much younger. So masuk meeting, aku dah jadi orang tua. Tiba-tiba kan. Tiba-tiba I rasa macam kat UAE ni tak ada tua sangat. I felt that way tau. Di sana yang tua hanya 3-4 orang je. The majority are younger. So when we were discussing with many academic staff at USIM at that time, I realised that we need to re-energize. Whether that is applicable in IIM, I'm not sure lah. I'm not here to preach. I'm here to share what we have gone through at USIM. So I realised that we need to bring back the spiritual aspects as well as the proper understanding of Progamme as the basis of our academic staff. So we initiated a project. That was the time Tan Sri pun tak ada lagi lah. Tan Sri join later. Tan Sri ada dah. Tan Sri just joined here lah. When I became So that was the transition between
Progamme.
Salah okey. Takut lah. Aduh. Takut kat Gary dah. Baru introduction. InsyaAllah. So baru introduction.
Dekat sini senang keluar. Dekat sini senang keluar.
Senang keluar.
Sekejap lagi Universitas Darul Najah pula.
Visit from Indonesia. All the best. Okay, yeah. Coming back to what I have said earlier. At USIM, we felt that I personally at that time proposed the idea that we should have an agenda, bigger agenda. Because we have so many young people, like not many of you here lah. Younger than you all here. Younger than you all here. We just came back from PhD and everybody here, US, Malaysia. So something that bring back the legacy of Islamic education. And one of the concepts that we proposed at that time, I was actually very passionate about it, is Progamme. And how do we inculcate these values back to our lectures? So we think about various ways. One of the ways was actually to reinvent our mentor-mentee program. I'm not sure whether you still have. I don't think so. Kan? Ada ke tak ada? So we reinvent. Sama juga kat USIM pun dia ada macam tak ada. Jadi but I took the opportunity, kata why not we reinvent balik the mentor-mentee program. But we do it differently lah, like what we used to do it lah. Jadi kita rasa you go to the lecture, you balik, you get so depan. Okay, graduation. Kan? Yang baik sikit dengan student, of course lah, get more engaged with student. Other than that, when they graduated, they finish kan? The so-called the touch points, the touch points between lecturers and students are actually very limited. Because the conventional concept of education, higher education, is more of touch and go. Lecture, tutorial. You give lecture, you have tutorial, small group tutorial. UK system, US system, classroom system. But the so-called the legacy of Islamic education, whereby tok guru sit down dengan anak murid dengan, we lost that legacy. So we started with what we call, nak bagi mentor-mentee, orang kata, so old style, we call it personal tutelage. Personal tutelage. Personal tutelage. This is where you personalize the relationship dengan the student, and you are like personal tutor lah. You are like personal tutor. Macam UK, Oxford, Cambridge. Tapi we tak boleh nak buat Oxford, Cambridge lah. With our structure kan. Staffnya sibuk gitu begini. So we do this way, kata. Once a month, we require all staff to have meeting with not more than 20. So all of them, all our lecturers have 20 mentees, not more than 20. So we have to restructure sikit lah. Ada program tak cukup student, ada program lebih student, ada sampai 20. But we have to do it lah. Everyone have 20 students. So we started, I think, 2019 this program. This is what we call, itu yang the first one is bersifat murabi tu. That was actually the initiative to inculcate that your knowledge, though you have PhDs, okay, you must have personal mentees that you aim to develop, not just in terms of mindset, but also as a person. You may not be able to capture 20. I have, during a year after we have this program, COVID. Unfortunately, a year after, baru kita mula je. So we have online lah. I remember my own, I have my own also. I kata, I myself pun akan ada my 20 student. So each and everyone, VC have 20 student, everyone must have that 20 mentees that you are supposed to be coaching kan. Coach lah, we call it coach also. So I have my 20, ada 20, one of them tengah tangkap ikan. I kata, buka semua kan. Tengah punya dia tengah mancing. Sorry dia kata, bro, I tengah mancing. Ya.
Boleh tanya ke
Yeah,
Prof?
boleh.
Prof, ya, Prof pilih sendiri ke 20 tu?
Tak, I minta the faculty lah. The head of program akan allocate lah.
This just from the same faculty lah.
From the same faculty. So, but we have to appreciate it. But bila I tanya balik, ada lagi? Kak Usim tanya balik, ada lagi ke projek? Ada lagi. Cuma ada lagi tu, ada yang lecturer ni passionate, dia buat beyond. Ada buat siap conference, group personal tutelage dia 20, organize conference. You just imagine, itu yang ekstrim lah. Ada yang buat maknanya visit, academic visit 20. Ada yang very committed, macam dia macam usrah kan, yang jenis ustaz jenis dia is our we give flexibility to our lecturers to explore. Some lecturers dia kata kami sibuk, kami buat itu, ada juga makan-makan. Tak apalah as a start, kata we don't force that much. But in order to do that, we have to organize series of lecture. We started with the deans. Nak make sure deans pun buy in the idea. Head of program, sana tak ada head of department. Dia tak ada department system kan. But ada good and bad lah, pros and cons kan. Lepas tu Gary ni selalu jumpa kat mana tau, waktu saya kat Usil selalu jumpa dia masa UPU kan. UPU dapat student ni, Gary kan wakil Ahmad kan. Ada je grup dia, grup Usil kan. Kita berebut student. Kita berebut student kat UPU. So Gary very familiar. Walaupun masa musim jumpa je Gary, every few months Gary. But at that time issue of course admission. But the point that we tried that time was actually to bring back that rugby event. Tapi itulah, I invited a few. Orang UIA juga ramai. I remember one of the series of lecture that we bring in order to inculcate Datuk Syed Osman Al-Habsyi. Dan banyak I survey around Dia cakap saya nak invite tajuk apa? Tajuk Murabi. Murabi? Kenapa tajuk Murabi ni? So we have to bring back the legacy of IIUM, awal-awal UIA, the mentor-mentee yang hidup dan sebagainya. We have to bring back. This is actually a topic that I cannot reject. I have to come. If you know Dr. Syed Osman actually, our first dean, the founding dean of this faculty, this kuliah. So they are very passionate. I was surprised they prepare slides purposely for the program. Datuk, why have to prepare that? It's something that I miss a lot lah masa kat UIA. Masa dia awal-awal dulu buat, tapi lepas tu dia dah hilang. Hidup tak di mana kan. Dia the first dean dulu. So dia kata something that I think we should revive it, to get the buy-in dulu. And then at that time, the chairman of our LPU was actually here. We have president, president lah. Datuk arwah ni, Datuk Siddiq Fatih. I even use Datuk Siddiq Fatih. I use him. What you want to use me for? Dia kata gini je. Datuk, we have this project. They have this program. We have just started. You have to give a short interview with us. Okay, I hantar staff buat interview dia on Murabi. Kemudian kita disseminate, get videos lah to all staff kan. But he made a very kind gesture lah, because there is a debate lah among ustaz-ustaz ni. Yusuf ni ramai ustaz, tapi ramai yang beli UAE sebenarnya. Dia faculty ni ramai ustaz. Setengah ustaz kata Murabi ni too big, nobody can achieve Murabi. Dan kita kata bukan, kita nak jadi, kita dah jadi. I think we are moving. Nanti kita takut Murabi, takut semua takut kan. Kita tahu dah ada resentment. Ada kata kami ni lemah, ini macam mana nak jadi Murabi, takut kamu Murabi, boleh tak tukar. Ada pula satu grup tukar kata muadil, ada pula nak guna term kita. Then we have to use arwah ni, kita gunalah arwah ni kata. The term Murabi tu, we go back to the term. It's something which is universal term, tarbiyah. Though you can use education ta'adik, but okay, tarbiyah is actually a simple term for people to understand. But one statement that we purposely capture lah, yang arwah supposed to be there. If you don't believe in this, the concept of Murabi and Islamic University, you don't deserve to be here. Dalam bahasa Melayu, dia orang bahasa Melayu, dia punya mengucuk hati sikit lah. Saya tak reti nak guna bahasa Melayu yang dia guna tu. Dia guna bahasa Melayu, jika anda semua merasakan lebih kurang, saya tak ingat lah, anda tidak layak berada di sebuah universiti Islam. Meaning all of us have to be inspired by the role of Murabi. Kita kena belajar. We have to discover ourselves. Jadi that's my first message lah ini. I'm not asking you to adopt, but something for us to remember, to be reminded. The fact that our role is just not going to the classroom. You attend class 3 hours, mark assignments, bagi exam. This week habis exam kan? Hurray, you happy. Ada lagi ya? Setelah habis lah. Then you happy. Gambar. Capture that image. How many of you cried at the end of the class? Together with your student?
You're happy.
How many of you tukar mood happy tu to something else?
Itu buat bulan lepas ni.
This will tukar. There will always be next semester. That's because what? I have experimented myself. Ada 2 or 3 group yang sempat kata, yang last class tu, you bagi kau punya tazkirah. Bukan habis syllabus lah. Orang kata satu tazkirah yang orang kata you tunggu 1 semester before they go off, something that you want to give them amanah. Bagi satu benda yang kata yang simply blast them, dia remember that till the end of their life. I buat satu project, tak tahulah whether this project is successful or not. 10 years from now, you contact me back using this email. Update yourself, what are you doing now? And remember the mission that we have today. At the end of this class, This is our mission. 1, 2, 3 mission. Lesson from this class plus of course the mission as a graduate from Islamic. I'm not sure lah, tunggulah 7 years from now mungkin. This batch dah graduate 3 years, dan tunggu lagi 7 years mungkin. I'm not sure whether that's it, is successful or not. So ada dah beberapa group I buat. 10 years from now, all of you have to contact me. This is the year that you have to contact me. This is the year, all of you have to contact me. So I'll still keep the group, bukan WhatsApp group tu ada lagi WhatsApp group yang beberapa kelas tu. Maintain this WhatsApp group. WhatsApp will still exist lah 10 years later. And also email. I have an email group for Islam. Ada email group, ada email, and semua ada juga yang keluar lah in between. Kita nampak lah. Tak apa lah, it's okay. We don't expect all of them to contact you again after 10 years. But the point is actually to keep the orang kata the bonding. Rugi tau, you're bonding for one semester kan, you don't really nurture them. Nurturing, I think the aspect that we are lacking is actually we are good in lecturing. I think all of you are good lecturers. Some are better than me, I'm sure. But the point is the aspect of nurturing kurang. Jadi that's what we started lah. Kita kata dalam bahasa Melayu, itu Gary yang cakap dia, I masuk USIM, I bahasa Melayu saya improve.
Kita nak cakap lagi.
Tapi English pula problem. Sebab apa? Yelah kita mengajar in English, we teach in English, but meetings all in bahasa Melayu.
Yes.
Yeah, you have to give speech in bahasa Melayu.
Orang ada kelas.
Okay, okay, salam kat student.
Sempat lagi semua lagi.
Okay, tak, kita rasakan gini, sifat murabbi ni kita kata everyone have to aspire to become lah. Bukan kita kata all of you have to have. Setengah tu lecturer engineering, tengok kan? We expect lah lecturer engineering side. Tak apalah, you want to be professional Muslim engineer, tak payahlah tu sibuk sangat murabbi tu. Kadang-kadang dia tak boleh nak terima kan, susah nak terima.
Apa ni,